All right, we're back on another episode of the Niner Family Huddle podcast. The Niners bye week just ended. Tennessee Titans are coming up, and we'll talk about that and more after this.
I think Jason's doing a first for the podcast, Ryan. It's the first mobile.
I was out walking Mabes when I got the call. I forgot we had a podcast, so I'm looking at Christmas lights and talking about the 49ers. As long as
Wandering
it's not too noisy like the audio, then you guys are good with it.
comes and goes.
Okay.
Jason looks like he's recording from Gotham.
He is. Yeah.
It's dark. It's extra dark up here in the PNW.
Is the moon not out today? Must be a new moon or something. There's no moonlight at all.
There's nothing going on out here. All blackness.
All right, well, the Niners are bumped up to the 6th seed coming out of the bye. The Rams and Seahawks play tomorrow on Thursday, I believe. The Niners, believe it or not, have a path to the number 1 seed. Are you guys familiar with that?
Yes, I am. I heard David Lombardi break it down.
Yeah, so the Rams need to lose one more time. The Packers, I think, need to lose one more time. And the Niners have to win out.
And that does it.
And that does it.
I mean, that's a pretty simple path.
Obviously, that would include a win over the Seahawks in Week 18, a win over the Bears, and then, the Titans are bad, and the Colts just lost their quarterback, and welcome back to the NFL, Phillip Rivers, by the way. I'm picking him up in fantasy. So what are the chances you think the Niners can run the table and finish this year 4-0? Because if they can't do that, then it doesn't matter what the other teams do.
I don't think it's that preposterous because you look at the Titans, they actually have been playing better recently. They kind of got the mentality of like the season's over and they're weirdly kind of getting in a rhythm. So I could see that as a little bit of a trap game. I still think they're bad. I think the Niners should beat them, but they actually have been playing better recently. So I'm just going to chalk that up as a win. Then after that, it's the Colts, who have Phillip Rivers and are one of the most overrated teams in football, or at least they were. They came back to earth now, and people see them for who they are. So I'm going to give that as another Niners win. Honestly, I think the Bears have been on fraud watch, but the fact that they kept it close with the Packers made me put some respect on their name just a little bit. But I still think the Niners are better and should beat them. The team that is going to be the toughest to beat is going to be the Seattle Seahawks. And if we're battling it out for a playoff spot and they're all fired up and they're mad because we beat them, and if we're even banged up a little bit, like, that game worries the heck out of me.
So I was just looking at the Rams schedule. Like I know you said, Ryan, it doesn't matter if the Niners don't run the table. But you know what the Rams' next 2 games are?
Seahawks
First,
and
first they have Detroit at home, and then the very next week they go to Seattle.
Detroit.
And Detroit's fighting for their playoff lives right now, so they're going to give it everything they got.
Is Rams and Lions Thursday night football?
I don't believe so.
Or is Rams Seahawks Thursday night football next week?
Yeah, Rams Seahawks is Thursday night football. So yeah, the Rams are going to play the Lions, who, like Jason said, are going to be fighting for the playoff lives, and then 4 days later fly up to Seattle to play the Seahawks.
That's awesome.
The Falcons and the Bucks play tomorrow, so that's pretty irrelevant.
Yeah.
The Bucks might just F around and not make the playoffs. Here come the Carolina Panthers.
They might.
I saw Mike Evans is coming back, so that might help him.
Yeah. So the
We'll see.
Lions play the Rams and the Seahawks back to back. Did I hear that correctly?
No, the Rams play the Lions and Seahawks back to back.
Okay. Wow.
They they
That's
have
two
two.
losses for them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
um,
you like you said, Jason, the Lions are going to be fighting for their lives if they want to make the playoffs. And the Rams just beat the Seahawks a couple weeks ago, and the Seahawks are going to want to get that one back. They've obviously got their eyes on the division title and the number one seed as well, so they're going to want that game badly. Do we know where that game is?
oh man. So, which game?
Rams at Seahawks.
Yeah, Rams at Seahawks. Yeah,
Oh, yeah. So okay, so it's in Seattle.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean that could be a crappy weather, wet, rainy, cold game. Um,
So check out Green Bay because those are the two teams. So I totally disregarded your question, and I'm looking at the
no, that's okay.
teams we need to lose. But Green Bay this week goes at Denver, which Denver's obviously been good this year, and that's a tough place to play.
Yeah.
Then
At
they
Chicago,
go
right?
at Chicago after that.
Wow. I love that.
Then they're home for Baltimore, who knows? And then they finish the year at Minnesota, which probably is,
Bye
whatever.
week.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a tough schedule.
But I mean, the Niners, man, how crazy would it be if they actually were the one seed? Now, to be clear, I am not predicting the Niners to go 4-0 the rest of the way, right?
Yeah.
I also agree with Jason that it's not preposterous, but it's certainly not expected. I do feel like I expect them to go 3-1 in these next
Yeah.
four. So that's part of why I feel like, oh, it's not preposterous because if you expect them to go 3-1, you just need them to overachieve in the game that they would otherwise lose, right? So, um, I think it's enough of a real chance that you can talk about it, but it's not something you should be like, ooh, bet on it, you know?
Well, this is definitely why you want to bet on it because it's long odds and they can do it. Those are the type of bets you want to make.
I don't know. What do you think, Ryan? How likely do you think they are to go 4-0?
Um, I'd like them to come out of the bye 2-0.
Yes.
You know, Titans and Colts. Colts don't really scare me. Um, the Bears. The Bears are interesting because their defense is not good, but they're opportunistic and they can force turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
They can run the ball, and the Niners can't stop the run. But Caleb Williams is also completing less than 60% of passes on the year. He doesn't really scare me, not yet at least. So to me, that's a home game, right? So that to me, that's 3-0 out of the bye.
Yeah.
That's the other thing for the Niners. Sorry, I know you're still answering, but three of their last four are home games. The only road game is the Colts. Oh,
Kitty kitty.
He's trying to eat my Christmas lights behind me. Please don't do that. Um, the Seahawks game is the big one.
yeah.
I have a hard time seeing that game having no implications. You know,
Yeah.
both teams could be fighting for a 1 seed. Both teams could
Yeah.
be fighting for a 2 seed. You know, one team
Wow.
could get the division. The other team could be bumped down to a wild card spot. There's going to be something on the line. So both teams, we know the Niners have to play for it all. The Seahawks could be in a point where they're like resting guys. I just don't see that. I think the Seahawks are going to be wanting to win that game. They're going to be motivated to win that game. So to me, that's going to be a true game. There's not going to be no resting of injured players or veterans or starters or anything like that. Like the Sam Darnold versus Carson Wentz Niner Ram game from a couple years ago. We're not getting that, so that'll be the big one. I'm not going to sit here and make a prediction on that game right now, but the way the Seahawks are playing right now, I mean, they're putting up 30 on everybody and they're holding teams to single digits. Like they look like they're the best team in the sport. So that's going to be a tall task.
So the Seahawks, they're a game up on the Niners right now, and
Mm-hmm.
so they need to lose as well. And obviously, if that one loss goes to the Niners, 2-0 against them, and that's the whole thing, right, with the path. But here's
Mm-hmm.
what the Seahawks have left: they are home for the Colts, then they are home for the Rams, then they are at Carolina, and then they
Mm.
are at the Niners.
Yeah, I mean they're going to win that Colts game. Obviously, the Rams game is kind of a coin flip, and the Panthers we just saw them upset the Rams, so that could be a sneaky tough game. From
I
what I
love
saw,
I love that they have to go across the country to play the Panthers.
oh yeah, from what I saw, it was if the Rams, Niners, and Seahawks all finish 13-4, the Niners get the 1 seed. They have the tiebreakers because they will have beaten the Seahawks twice. They will have the better conference record. They'll win the division and they'll get the 1 seed. So if
Yeah.
all teams finish 13-4, kind of regardless of how the Seahawks or Rams get there, obviously if the Niners get there, they have to beat the Seahawks. Um, if all three teams are 13-4, the Niners are the 1 seed, which is just incredible to consider given the injuries that they've gone through this year.
Yep.
And like, just cheers to Mac Jones because like they wouldn't be even close to this type of opportunity without him. I mean, you could shout out a lot of guys, but I feel like Mac made himself some money this season.
Yeah, he did. And he maybe got us a pretty good draft pick in this offseason.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that'll be an interesting offseason conversation. To me, that's the most interesting thing surrounding the 49ers going into the offseason is what happens with Mac Jones.
I don't think they trade him unless they get a Godfather offer, but that's
No,
my
I agree. I agree. He's too valuable to the team given what he did this year. And plus, if he leaves in free agency, he got the comp pick. But who knows? Maybe there's a desperate Vikings team out there that says, you know, maybe that Godfather offer comes. You just never know.
The Vikings are that perfect team too, or like the Raiders or something like that. They would do something dumb.
Yeah. Well, see, if I'm Mac Jones and the Raiders call, I would tell John Lynch, "Can I please stay here?
yeah.
I like what I got going." If the Vikings call, I think he would probably want to complete the full Sam Darnold path.
Yeah,
Back up for
yeah, yeah.
Purdy, go to Minnesota, and the Vikings could be good with Mac.
Not too bad
Yeah,
throwing passes to Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, and you got an
yeah.
offensive head coach, and you got a good defense, and a couple of good running backs. You got Jordan Mason to hand the ball off to. That's where I would want to go if I was Mac. But anyway, I think the 1 seed is a real possibility, and I don't know. It's what's crazy to think too is the Niners have 4 regular season games left. 3 of those are at home. If they get the 1 seed and they win those 4 games, they get the 1 seed. They could have home games all the way to the Super Bowl.
They, yeah, you're right. I mean,
And obviously including the Super Bowl. I mean that's insane.
after after the Colts game, they could not have to play another game outside of Levi's until next season.
Wow,
Could, right? Like they have to go make it happen and become the 1 seed. But how nuts is that?
that's
It's all right
insane.
there for them.
Yeah.
That's insane. Well, this is like the fun time of the year because we obviously all root for the Niners and we root against our division rivals and the Eagles and these other teams we don't like, the Cowboys. But like watching these next 3 to 4 weeks with like so much on the line and such rooting interest to root against teams, like it's going to be a fun end of the season for a lot of different games, just rooting against these other NFC teams. When the Rams lost, I felt like I was watching a Niner game, like just seeing that. And when the Eagles just lost to the Chargers, I was like jumping out of my seat. I was like, let's go.
It's always good to see the Eagles lose.
Oh yeah, especially on a Jalen Hurts 5 turnover game. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean that was. I didn't think too much of it because I had already seen the stat that if the Niners, Rams, and Seahawks all finish 13-4, the Niners get the 1 seed. So I thought, like, I just don't care about the Eagles. They could win or lose. They could win out. It won't matter. If the Niners win out, they're the 1 seed. But then again, it's like pick a team to root for. I'll go ahead and take Jim Harbaugh's Chargers in this matchup. I just hope Herbert can turn the ball over a few times so I can squeak into the fantasy playoffs. Thank
Yeah.
you, Eagles defense.
Those
Man,
bastards.
I was watching Randy. I was watching Randy and Gary's matchup so closely because I knew if I lost and Randy won, I was out. Because I had the tiebreaker with him. So if we both win, I'm in. If we both lose, I'm in. But if I lose and he wins, and he beat Gary, and I thought, well, shit, I got to beat a 13-0 team, the highest scoring team in the league. Like that's a nightmare. And I was getting my ass kicked until Puka Nakua decided he'd go for
Yeah.
160 and 2 touchdowns, which I didn't even know because I wasn't watching that game. I just checked the score later, and I was like, "Wait, I'm projected to win this game. What happened?" And then I looked and I saw Puka went crazy. I was like, "Whoa!"
Your team is really damn good, and it's very scary that you've made the playoffs. Your starting running backs and your starting receivers are insane.
I've known my team was good all year long, and the only player I lost to injury was Tucker Kraft. If I still had Tucker, my team would be a real like. I mean, I think I'm still a contender, but
Yeah.
without a quality tight end, like I'm just mixing and matching at tight end right now. But I just had like, I mean, Candace I think got last place. Like Candace kicked
Yeah.
my ass one week. I lost to Randy. I lost to Gary. I just lost to like random teams that didn't make the playoffs. Just went nuts and scored 130 points one week, and then would go right back
Yeah.
to scoring 75 the next week. So I just had a lot of bad luck. I think I won 4 straight to get in, and I'm probably not going to lose again.
You're peaking at the right time. That's what you want to do, right?
I'm the San Francisco 49ers right now. I'm
Yeah.
peaking, streaking going into the playoffs. You know, Shanahan's teams coming out of the bye are pretty lethal, at least in their good years. Um, you know, this late bye too is kind of interesting because we know the offense is a little older, the defense is young. The Niners, like when I think of 2021 that season, I felt like the Niners ran out of gas a little bit. I know they were one interception away from going to the Super Bowl, but Debo kind of had to put the team on his back that year, and I wonder if they were starting to run out of gas. And you got to go on the road to win in the playoffs that year. Like getting a late bye like this, they got to win 4 games, and then we're right into playoff football. Like they're gonna be ready to go. There's not gonna be like, oh my gosh, we've been playing for 9 straight weeks, and now we got to go win 3 straight games to go to the Super Bowl. Like they're gonna be rested and ready to go. And if they get the 1 seed, obviously that would give them even more much needed rest.
Is Dinero Pinero for sure back? And are there any other reinforcements that are coming back after the bye week? And is Hughescheck all good? I know he like broke a rib or something.
Yeah, so Dinero is back. Juice was limited at practice, which tells me he's gonna play. He's probably fine.
Yeah.
Um, Yatura Gross Matos, they're gonna open his practice window tomorrow, so they expect him to
Okay.
play. Um, Tatum Bethune, he's not practicing. I think
Nah.
he's gonna miss, and the Niners can beat the Titans without Bethune, so give him another
Yeah.
week. When he had hurt his ankle, Shanahan said it's gonna be a while, and that was like
Hmm.
3 weeks ago. And it's usually about a 4 week injury, so.
Did you guys see that Kendricks is already dealing with an injury?
Oh
Like
my,
it's like
Oh
yeah,
my God.
welcome,
What is
welcome
it?
to the Niners.
yeah, it's a calf strain or calf tightness or something.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so expect Curtis Robinson on Sunday. Um, who was the other one? Did you say somebody else?
No, that was it, bro. I was just wondering like what reinforcements we could expect, and then I asked about Juice.
Yeah, so I think Juice, Dinero, Pinero, and Yatura Gross Matos. Oh, Sam Okawano.
Oh,
I think
he's
Sam
back.
O's back.
Okay. So that's good.
It
More
seems
depth.
It seems like Collins and West are both kind of banged up. You know their status?
Sorry, Jason's phone got
Yeah,
really loud there.
the
Here,
wind is
baby.
getting us. I said it seems like Collins and West were both kind of banged up on the D line.
Mm.
I mean, throughout the year, do you know if they're both good to go?
So Kyle's press conference today, he listed all the practice, like who's limited, who's practicing, who's not. They weren't mentioned, which means they're
Good.
full practice. So
Okay.
hopefully they got rested up during the bye week. So yeah, I think we got a few reinforcements incoming, and we just need to get Tatum Bethune back because he's a run and hit guy that Curtis Robinson just is not at this point in his career.
Yep.
You guys want to make
What
some predictions for the Titans game?
what I think could be huge, I mean, I don't know if you guys want to, we don't have to pick this right now, but you can if you want. What I think could be huge for the Niners down the stretch, these last four games that hopefully he's like fully back would be Pearsall. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see him being the difference maker for them. If if him and Brock, can get back to what they were doing the first couple games.
Or at the end of last season, I mean, he had like 25 catches or something in the last two games of the year. He went crazy. Yeah, if they could get that Pearsall with Jawan and George and Christian, you know the names. That would be this offense could cook
Yeah,
right to the Super Bowl.
I feel like Pearsall's kind of the key or the X factor, if you will. If he can get back like to because we saw him early in the season, he was the man. He
Yeah,
was
he was. He was really
he
good that first in September.
yeah.
Let
I
me
would
ask
love
you
to
guys this real
manu
quick. Go ahead, Jason.
I was gonna say I'd love to manufacture some more touches for him, like whether it be a bubble screen or an end around or whatever. Like just try and get him in some space, get his confidence going, get him some cheap yards, get him some catches, and yeah, he's one of our more dangerous weapons. So I'd love to see Kyle more creatively get him the ball.
I like when they throw to him down the field. To me, that's when he's the most lethal.
Well,
Um,
this would be a good week to test that out, unless you want to save it for the tougher matchup. But I mean, I just feel like Brock probably still not all the way back. Maybe he is after the bye week, but he was still getting timing back and working through things after missing some time. Pearsall the same thing. So if they both can come along together and both be like humming at both ends again, I feel like it's deadly.
let me ask you this real quick, and then we'll make Titans predictions, and we'll get out of here. If the Niners make the Super Bowl, let's just say they do, they go on a little Cinderella run here. Who in the AFC could oppose them in the Super Bowl that would scare you? Assuming the Chiefs are out.
I didn't hear it. Steven, you go first.
I don't feel like that there's any quote unquote scary teams, but honestly, the one that I would be the most nervous about from the AFC making it would be the Bills, because I feel like they really struggle with mobile quarterbacks and I feel like Josh Allen would single-handedly defeat the Niners.
He could do it.
He's done it before.
He did it
Right.
last year. Yeah, he kicked their ass.
So that's probably like I mean we should probably respect the Patriots and the Broncos more than we do, but I don't know about you guys. I really don't watch them. I just see the results, and it's just hard to think, oh, these second year QBs are gonna be able to carry this all the way through to the playoffs. Like I know their defenses are good. I feel like going into the season, you could have predicted that their defenses were going to be good, so they have that going for them. That obviously what's the saying, like defense is portable or whatever, like you can take it anywhere in the playoffs. So
Mm-hmm.
i know I know that they're good teams, but yeah, they just don't scare me, you know what I mean?
I would agree. I would say the Bills are probably the scariest. I'd be scared of the Chiefs if they found a way to make it, just because you never
Yeah.
know what they can pull out. But seems like they have like a really really low probability. So don't think I need to worry about that. Um, I'd say the next team probably is the Broncos. I'm not that scared of Bo Nix, but I know Sean Payton's a good coach, And I know that defense is like elite, like top three. They've got studs everywhere. Patrick Surtain, Benito, that stud pass rusher. Like they've got studs.
Huff.
Yeah, Huff, Greenlaw.
Every time I hear people talk about the Broncos defense, they're like, "Man, Hufunga's having such a good year."
Yeah, I hear the same thing. So, which
Well, good for
that's kind
him.
of wild. Yeah.
You
So
know,
that'd probably be the next team.
I I know Ryan, you haven't given your answer yet, but there's a couple other teams that I feel like are just bad matchups for the Niners. But you go ahead and give your answer first.
Well, it's the Bills, and it's because of Josh Allen. It's because of what he did last year, and he could single handedly. Even though the Bills are every year, it's like they're just mediocre everywhere except for their Hall of Fame quarterback. And this year feels no different. I mean, they got lucky they even beat the Bengals last weekend in the snow. That game was actually a lot of fun to watch. So yeah, Josh Allen would just scare the absolute crap out of me.
But another team that we saw already beat the Niners this year that I would be a little nervous about would be the Texans because of the defense.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the
Yeah.
Jaguars.
No, I mean, I feel like the Niners could have and maybe even should have beat the Jags, and that was with like, you
Remember they
know,
brought Purdy back and he was not right.
yeah.
His toe was still messed up.
But I mean,
They
not trying
wouldn't
to
scare me at all.
not trying to disrespect the Jags. I think that they're a good team. I don't think that they're a scary team. But the Texans is mostly because of their defense. Like I feel like they could take away the Niners' strength, which is their offense, and then it's just a slap fight between the Texans O and the Niners D, and gotta hope for the best.
Oh man, watching the Texans do what they did to Josh Allen and then Patrick Mahomes is like, whoa. This unit is scary good. I mean, I I think it's probably the Seahawks, the Texans, and the Broncos. It's like there's your three best defenses in the league right there.
Yeah,
Which
I, s-
sucks that the Seahawks are in that conversation.
I saw a stat. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but Stingley, the cornerback on the Texans, like
Mm-hmm.
he's had 6 games where he's like given up less than like 10 yards in coverage or some like insane stat, and like
He's
he
pretty good.
would be, yeah, he would be like the defensive player of the year if it wasn't for Myles Garrett.
Yeah, and Will Anderson is like they hit on that pick.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean
so
he's a stud.
Ryan, I know you said we should make the picks, and I don't want to like keep making this too long, but right now, who do you guys think is going to be in the playoffs in the NFC?
I think the teams that are currently in it, I don't think anyone falls all the way out. The only team I could see falling out would be the Buccaneers, but I don't see the Lions overtaking anyone. I know they're the ones most hot on the trail, and I can't see anyone really falling out unless Chicago falls apart. That would probably be the other candidate, but I think it's going to be who's in the playoffs right now.
I, I have
Mm,
I have a hard time. I have a hard time leaving the Lions out. I feel like the Lions are going to overtake the Bears. I don't know how or why, but I just think they are. Probably because I just don't have confidence in the Bears, and I still feel like the Lions are probably like the best two teams. The teams that would scare me the most in the NFC would be the Rams and the Seahawks that the Niners would have to play against. And after that, for me, I think it's the Lions.
Yeah.
I think the Packers are pretty good,
And
but I think
Niners
the Niners can beat them.
Niners own the Packers in the playoffs. Come on.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see. Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, the Bucks and the Panthers have the same record right now. Like that division's still wide open. It could be the Bucks, and then the Lions are a game back of the Bears, and the Bears have to play the Packers again. They have to play the Niners again. There might be a couple losses right there. I'm not sure what the Lions' schedule looks like outside the Rams game, so it could be, the Bears and the Lions fighting for a wild card, and the Panthers and the Bucks fighting for that division.
Do
That
you
would be
guys
the
think? Do you guys think there's any chance that the Eagles completely implode like they did a few years ago and the Cowboys overtake them?
yes to the first part. They could totally implode. I think we're seeing it. No, I don't think the Cowboys could overtake them.
Okay.
I think they're going to get into the playoffs and they could be a one and done team. In fact, that's a team as a Niner fan I would love to go play the Eagles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that matchup.
Yeah, I feel like we've been on that for a while. Like now the world's catching up. I feel like we were there before the Eagles went on this
Yeah.
losing streak.
Yeah, I do think they're going to implode, and I just don't think the Cowboys can do enough to catch them. So I think you'll see kind of like what the Niners when the Niners broke the Eagles a couple years back. When was that?
That was 23.
Yeah, it was 23. Yeah, and they just spiraled. Yeah, I think you could see that. Perhaps this game against the Chargers is what does it. Um, let's make some picks for the Titans game real quick, and then we'll call it. Jason, what do you think? What's your final score prediction? Who's your game MVP?
I think Purdy likes to pick on weak defenses, and I think he's going to air it out, put up a lot of points, go over 300 yards. So I'm going to give my MVP to Purdy. And I'm going to pick Niners win 34-17.
Damn. I was thinking almost that exact score.
I'll go
Go
real
ahead,
quick.
Ryan, because I'm gonna think about mine a little more now. I don't want to just totally copy him.
So I think Christian McCaffrey is over 800 receiving, over 800 passing. Second time in his career he's done that. First player to do it twice. 4 games left. He needs 50 rushing, 50 receiving yards each game to get another 1,000 yard. I think Shanahan's going to be well aware of that, and I think Christian's going to cook in this game. I could see 150 scrimmage yards, a touchdown or two. So there's my game MVP, Christian McCaffrey. I'll say the Niners win this game 31-13.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna go bigger then, because I was trying to figure out which way to go. I'm gonna say that Chasen's right that maybe the Titans are finding a little bit of rhythm, so they might put up a few more points than we'd like. But I also think the Niners are just going to be lighting up the scoreboard. So my score is going to be 37-20, and I'm going to go with Pearsall. I'm going to go with what I talked about earlier. I think he announces his presence again this week. He gets a couple touchdowns and has a big game.
Multi-touchdown game. That'd be cool. All right, cool. We'll see what happens on Sunday, and we'll talk about it after.
All right.
Sounds good.
Later,
Niners.
guys.
See ya.
Go Niners.